Welcome. Captain. Come back. The sun. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we talk about the sun. The sun represents the true person of the birth chart, right? It's your truth. You know what I'm saying? This is who you are. This is the way that you really go after everything. It's the base of you. No matter what the moon or the Mars or this is how you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? How much strength you do, or the way that you do. You know what I'm saying? With all these other parts added to you. The sun picks up or the sun sets down. You know what I'm saying? The sun either go here or it go there. The sun can do tricks. It can make landscape look like landscape. It can make houses that look rough look like a beautiful diamond. You know what I'm saying? The sun can do so many things when it's illuminating over certain areas in your life, but when you are attached to the sun, the native, right? That actual day that you decided to get up and have the will to live. The vitality in the heart begin to bump along with the gradulation system. All that energy is attached to authority, where you have some type of authority in this area of your life. And if you use it, you use it. If you don't, you don't. You're still going to perform that way. And you're going to get judged that way, right? You get judged like that. That's the power that you have, though, you know. It also represents gold, the ruler. If you think about these big energies like this, meaning that you rule over this, you just like the universe. The sun was in the sign of Capricorn or something, you was the ruler of Cap. You know what I'm saying? Like you just have that burst of energy inside of you. The sun is the speed of the light, which is something that's kind of hard to kind of block. No matter what you do, you go underground, come back out. You know, if you're coming out at nighttime, then that's a different story. I'm talking about you're in the cave, you come out, you by the light. The sun. Welcome. Captain. Come back. The moon. Oh, guys, do you know what the moon represents? The moon is divine. The moon is the light. The moon is the inner within that pick up the divine time. Something like that. Okay, let me stop being silly. The moon is the emotions, right? The moon represents the fluctuating modes of habits that we have, right? It's the true subconscious. It's the sympathetic part of ourselves. It's the psyche, the consciousness, and the non-sexual matters, maternal instinct. It also has something to fear and greed. The only reason why we produce fear is because we got to think about something that's tucked away. You know what I'm saying? This right here you're supposed to be keeping safe. Can't nobody come all in it like that. Because only you know, and you can be able to feel those type of energy if you are the type of person that absorbs information in like a sponge. That's the moon right here when it's placed in different zodiac signs. So the fear comes from that being overtaken, or boundaries being stepped on, a goop being placed on it, or stains and, disharmony and unsolved riddles. All that type of shit is emotional stressful. Something that the moon wishes not to endure your emotional mindset. That's why I say emotional stability, or the lack thereof, because one keeps their emotions so tightly guarded now. You know what I'm saying? Self-centeredness up to the point where you get the knick-knack paddywhacks, even though these people want to express, but they let it gobble up inside of them. Because the moon just operates like that. So it's learning how to control that type of vibe and rhythm with your moon sign, because it gives you a better way to have harmony with others day to day. Even if, you know what I'm saying, this person is a moon like this, and you be like, you know what, the natal moon is in their chart here, and the transit moon is here, it's squaring each other, I'm stay out their way, try to do my thing. I try to help them, but stand clear, because maybe they got some personal things that they working on. You know what I'm saying? Because that's majority of the time, that's what it means when the moon is squaring each other. It's just the eternal thing where it's, you willing to express, but whatever. Who knows? Are you feeling provoked? Are you just feeling good? It just all depends on how you're feeling. But it's still going to be, like provoked. Anyway, that's the moon. And we always talk about the moon. Let's move on to the next one. It's going to be Mercury. Welcome. Captain. Come back. Mercury. See, here's where things get a little tricky. I mean, you got to think about it. It gets more trickier than trying to pay attention to the rhythms of the sun and the moon. Because Mercury is doing other things here. Now it's going backwards, it's going forward, it's slowing down. It's looking like the moon almost, but it's just lit up in the side. But it's all lit up in the inside, like it got some kind of electronical device built into it. It's crazy. You know, it's almost like the grid. So Mercury represents the mind, how it operates. It's going to operate in so many ways. You understand what I'm saying? We take it from the base core of how Mercury operates. We'll start from the mind. This is receiving and giving information, learning, teaching, trying to just pass it along. And however you feel about that is going to just reflect the emotions of the moon. And how you react like that is just going to be in the way of the sun, your sun energy. So Mercury is really just playing, you know, just it's thinking about it, it's absorbing it in, the emotions start feeling some type of way, all gooey, and then the sun get to reacting off it in the manner of that zodiac sign. So it represents the intellect also. It represents the respiratory system, the lungs, right? If you got a good healthy pair, if you can take it, if you deserve to be in the smog, you built for the smog, you got your your Mercury. You have your Mercury placed somewhere where it probably got smog at. It'll be earth type of tones to it, you know what I'm saying? So it's always the opposite sign of earth. It's where you got smog, you smell it. It's just other smells that you collect all the time. Check it out and see if it's true. Like if Mercury is in, but it got to be in the environment. So it's environmental houses. It's not the environmental of the planet. It's the environment of the house. The planet comes there. Jupiter introduced the gases. You know, you smell a lot of gas. You know what I'm saying? So say if you have Jupiter in Libra, I'm jumping off track. If you have Jupiter in Libra, you would smell the gas. A deep gas. It's like, ugh, like what the fuck is that stench? You have something like that going on the earth. You know what I'm saying? Around you, you're smelling, you know, must know what the fuck you sniffing or what the atmosphere is giving. So staying in good atmospheres and environments is very important to you when you do have something in that 8th house with Jupiter being there, I want to say, because the 8th house Jupiter can run across some dangerous gases and be like, you know what, we don't need to stay right here. Okay, so Mercury. Not only does it take care of all those things with the lungs and the respiratory system, it deals with the eyes, the eyesight, the reflexes, right? The ability to communicate, the act to communicate, the nervous system. It represents the transportation and vehicles of transportation such as cars, bicycles, motorbikes, train, commercial airplanes, photography, lens, and optical equipment. All those things. That's a lot. Mercury been around a long time, and you need the motherboard to be able to come through and computer chip rise that shit. Mercury, this is the way you think. You put the pieces to the puzzle, right? Mercury and Taurus, how you putting the pieces to the puzzle? Probably really slow. You probably thinking, look, you know what I'm saying? And then not only is you thinking slow, but you thinking slow and fast. So you could be skipping over a few things, or you could be bypassing a lot of things because you figure information come to you so fast, but you ain't got time. You're more of a self-centered energy, right? Because this is the sign of the hoarder. So hoarding onto material things mentally and physically. But this is all just an example of Mercury. Sometimes you can do that, hold on to stuff like that. And then over time you understand and you get all that under control and you become the master of that. So don't even trip about it. That's at the baby stage. You learn how to throw shit away. You learn how to not give a fuck about this. You learn how to hold on to only those things that keeps you comfortable, satisfied. So if you're comfortable and satisfied, that means that you're happy and satisfied. That means that you're not sad. That means you're getting all the things that you desire to make you feel comfortable. As long as your comfortability you feel and you think of your comfortability level and you're feeling good, you know you're in the right spot anyway. Let's move on to the next one called Venus. Welcome. Captain. I'm back. This one right here is going to be about the planetary energy of Venus. Venus is the sign of beauty. It's the physical and sexual attraction and the affection, but not love. You understand? It's the attraction. Tina Turner is on this track. What love got to do with it? Venus says, I'm doing it because why? I'm attracted to it. Sexually, I'm attracted to the physical. I'm attracted to the beauty. You know what I'm saying? I'm fascinated with it. but none of it has nothing to do with a heart shape. I don't love it, but I can look at it all day, 24/7, deal with it all day, 24/7, roll with it all day, 24/7 for the rest of my life till I get back into the ground. Because it drew me in with its physical beauty, its affectional ways, its victorious ways when it comes down to war. It's like, oh, you make me want to grow. Venus represents the partnership and wedding. Your marriage, you can marry, you sign a contract, you got some kind of bind, no matter if they roll it on a stone, or they roll it in sand, or they roll it in dirt, mud, or roll it on a sheet of paper. It represents money and possessions because this is an object, in a sense. Like this right here, I don't, not too many people right here can take it to this level where you get a big trophy like this. And the big trophies belongs to wherever Venus is at. You got the big trophy there. Everybody see that trophy. You know what I'm saying? You got Venus and Capricorn. Everybody see that big ass fucking trophy. You got, no matter, you look like a big ass trophy. Some way, somehow, like mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just something about you. No matter what you think about you. Venus is the possessions that we have. The things that we hold, right? The things that are given to us when people see our fabulousness. Able to have possessions over almost like a movable nature. We talking about an animal object. No, we just talking about an object here. Libra being represented by the scales, but Venus being represented by much more than scales. But Venus still has the this type of attraction because it reflects off these scales, and that's where it holds everything where it needs to feel balanced and equal and fair. It rules the sense of humor, clothing and fashion, success, and increases. It's a lesser benefit. It's one of the good ones in your back pocket. You need to use it sometimes. Show it a little bit of TLC on Fridays and appreciate the things that came to you and the things that you have. Till then, till next time, let's go ahead and move on to Mars. Welcome. Captain. I'm back. Mars is, trust me, you don't even want to live there if you could. Wherever Aries is at, a motherfucker bring you into that aura and it's like, wow, you fucking hot over here. Or they can be good to you and, you know what I'm saying, fix you a drink because it's too hot, right? Run your cold ice water, right? Bath, right? Mm-hmm. The pools out there isn't lukewarm. They're at a cool temperature to the point where the heat and the cold, all that mixture right there comes in natural. So it got a smart temperature gauge. This is Mars bringing in the energy and an energetic nation, the sexual energy, the sexual bond and the sexual drive. Everything starts with an S. Super slick, super slugger, super fast. Super slick, super slugger, super slimy. That's because Mars represents the drive of these type of things where it wants some action, and that's part of the action. And the action is what I'm attracted to. So if you're attracted to something, you want to go, what? Do some action, right? Take action with that. What kind of action? Take care of it. Introduce yourself to it. Get to know it. Use it like a tool. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about people here. So when we talking about ourselves with Mars and our energy, we don't use them as tools. But in a certain type of way, we do have to understand with Mars energy that we must try to hold back a little bit from all this overpowering. But that's me just being personal. I'm going to go ahead and jump back on the track. Mars is the initiative. It's the desire to take action, enthusiasm, aggression, war, and the soldier. It's getting deep, ain't it? We better duck. The weapons of war. Anything that has to do with war. Oh, shit. It rules the muscle and it rules stamina. Now, you need to think about those two things. We talk about the muscle and we talk about stamina. You know what I'm saying? What is pumping up your sun sign, adding to the stamina? Is they matching with each other? Because that's going to add more punch to the stamina. It's going to give you more stamina because both of these things relate with each other. Like, say if you have your sun in water and you got your Mars in earth, it's going to give you more stamina. Like on that drive, on your sun side, your sun, both of these are, at a harmonic balance. So it's going to give you a stamina at an easy pace. You can change your stamina level with this one. But then if you have something that's maybe in, you have a sun that's in a earth sign, and then you have a Mars that's up in a fire sign, right? It's going to add on a different type of flavor right here. We're talking about Mars that is not getting along too well and it's creating discomfort. That's when you have this drive and this passion about certain things and it don't go your way. You feel very uncomfortable, and it kind of, you probably can feel it more earthly, like I can feel it, like in my relationships. I can feel it in, the things that I acquire. Now I can just feel it, for real. Like, I just hate to go around wrecking havocs too. You know what I'm saying? So with a blended type of energy like that, when Mars is playing around in these different signs, it can show these type of indications where you might explode or you might stay comfortable or you might be cool, calm, and collective and don't even know what the hell you're even doing yourself. But if you got the muscle, it'll show. No matter if you are slow. Some signs, some particular signs, they don't even have to work out. They can lose weight, gain weight. It just look like something is going on, like structuralizing. Those like earth signs and shit. Like if it was single by itself, it'll operate because it got more room to breathe. You got to understand what's going on. But anyway, that was Mars, one of the superstars out of all of them. At least the ones that's inner close to the solar system. This was a representation. Just a little information that I wanted to put out there. Something quick and fast, just to explain to you what these dynamics are. I go into greater details later on. Till then, till next time, you take care of yourself and you protect your power. I am your host, Sir Howard, because I only came through to help you with your power.